So what's up, YouTube? I'm here to do a deck profile for Sam's channel because we did one earlier at the WCQ, and there was like, it wasn't really a lot of negative. It was more, yeah, there was more a lot of negative to it because there was a lot of people talking in the background, and it felt like they were bullying me a little bit, but it's all right. So I just told Sam I'll just redo the profile for him. So this weekend, of course, we saw the memes. I was playing ZOODIAC this past weekend at the WCQ. The deck's pretty standard. It's pretty fun. I just wanted to have fun at the WCQ. I didn't want really to play anything meta. Like, I have a meta deck. I have everything. But I feel like I want to, like, just prove something and just top with the deck, even though it's really rogue. There's a lot of floodgates, and all right. So let's get with the profile. So first we'll start with 3 Ram. Ram's pretty good. It floats into another zoo monster. It's got a 2000 defense. It protects from the targeting from some trap cards like impermanence, which actually came in very clutch against some of my games. 3 Thoroughblade. This helps you draw into the other stuff you need, like combo pieces or even your floodgates. Gives you the piercing, etc., etc. It's good. It pumps your guys up. I don't think I would change the ratio for those guys. Maybe just the Ram. 3 Whiptail. This is your non-targeting removal, of course. Your hand trap, sort of, and you catch them off guard with this. It's pretty good. And your one of Rat, obviously, because Rat's at 1, so yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Maybe I'll play if it was obviously not at 1, play more than 1. Your hand traps. Hand traps are pretty standard. For me, that is, I would play. This is what I was playing: 3 Joan Lockbirds and 3 Ash. There's nothing really crazy about this. Just pretty standard. If I had to change the build a slight bit, I would probably let's see, I would main the ghost spells over, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe the Ash, but like that's kind of like reaching a little bit. Yeah. So the spells, I did run a lot of spells, but like most of the spells, well, if anything, all the spells did something, so it wasn't really like they were dead all the time. 2 Desires. 3 would be good, but I don't know. I like running 2 Desires in mostly everything I play. 3 Scapegoats. Of course, Scapegoats. Yeah, they're the MVP for the deck. There was like a lot of times where this came in very clutch and helped me like push for more damage. And there was times where I was about to like just take a ass whooping, and then Scapegoat just was there. It just sucks opening multiples sometimes. So yeah. And you're searching was just 3 Tankies. Tankies is actually absolutely amazing, especially when you're going first. You need that extra zoo monster, or you don't draw into a zoo monster. You have a Tanky. It just starts you up. And 3 Barrage. Barrage is really clutch. It's got a graveyard effect, of course. If you have another zoo monster, you can just get it back. Somebody actually overed it while I had a zoo monster, and I was like, alright, that's cool. Got my material that I needed, so I didn't have to waste another zoo exceed to go to rank to go up to. So I just detached the barrage and then do my plays. This gets out your Thoroughblade plays, your Ram, whatever you want. You could even just pop this with Ram, or you just pop one of your floodgates. It's pretty good. Now for the traps. Traps are like what really like push this deck to where it's supposed to be, in my personal opinion. So Solemns, the Warning, and the Judgment. I probably, in my original build, I was running Strikes, but I just took those out. I don't know, I just didn't like Strikes. The 3 Lost Winds, extremely clutch. people were not expecting this. This is essentially like they go Kagari or whatever, and you just hit them with a Kagari, and then they go Shijuku. Then you set this back when they summon it, and then you just go off on the next turn. And then especially like this one Goki player that I played against in, was it Giant Card or main event? I think it was a Giant Card. He attacked, and he had the one that pumps up, and he was trying to swing over my monster, and then he activated one that pumps up, so he tributed for cost, and I just flipped this up in the damage step too. I chained it to his effect, and then he just lost an additional monster, and he was under Joel Lockbird. But like that's not important, but like this really helps. And the attack cut and the effect negation is permanent. 3 mistakes. Mistake. It was somewhat of a mistake to play this card, but at the same time it was really good. This actually made me, in my opinion, it made me lose my feature match in round 9 because I opened double mistake, and yeah, I should have. It wasn't like because I lost because of double mistake. It was because I didn't set both mistakes. I ended up setting one, and he ended up activating. I didn't shotgun it in the standby phase or draw phase, and he ended up hitting it with Jam Waves, and I forgot it still gets popped. So if I had the second engage mistake, I would have helped a lot because then he went engage and then he just went off on me. But yeah, mistake's pretty good against the meta. There's a lot of searching, especially against the Goki deck and other decks. 3 rivalry. This was really nice. This stole a lot of games from me, and this made people just like scoop it up when they saw that they couldn't do anything. Especially when you have a zoo with a lot of attack points and board presence on the field. They just like sit there. They're forced to like if for example this one person, the Trickster player, they played Hornet Drones, and I think they left it on the field for like 2 turns, the Hornet Drones, because they couldn't get around this, and they eventually just gave up and crashed into one of my zoo monsters, and they took like a crap ton of damage. And at that point, you've already lost, because then next turn I'm just gonna make Borbor and swing at you directly. But this is really good non-removal. It focuses. The only thing it's kind of bad against is Goki in a way, because that's kind of reason why I lost my round 1, because the guy just beat me down with a bunch of Gokis, and I didn't have anything to follow up with. 2 combos. The combo is pretty good. Helps recycle your stuff. I think I would probably play 3, maybe. I don't know. It really catches people off guard as well, since you activate it and you equip one of your zoos from your deck to it, to the deck seeds. For the side deck, I was kind of like in a rush, and I didn't really. I kind of did some last minute changes and some changes here and there, so side deck isn't like really crazy. 3 anti-spells. I probably would have made these instead of sided them. I don't know. There's not really a lot of space in the deck. So there's kind of made me lose one of my matches. Kind of didn't, and I don't know. Actually, kind of made me lose my feature match too. But this was sided, so like I'm glad it was sided and wasn't main. So yeah, it's good against pendulums too. 2 reincarnations. I don't know why I put these in there. I just did it because I felt like hand disruption's pretty good. You never know. People might lose their combo pieces. I usually, if I did side these, I just sided them going first. And also, they might think I'm playing. If they didn't see anything else in the deck, they might think I'm playing Tricksters. 1 deflector. If anything, I would take these out and put in like 2 more deflectors, because deflector is really good against Trickster, Sky Striker Tricksters and pure Sky Strikers and like a few other decks. 2 Twin Twisters. I couldn't find my 3rd one. I really wanted to run 3 because this deck kind of struggles against back row stuff. So yeah, 3 would have been good. I'm actually glad I didn't face any. Trigger or anything like that. 2 Evenlies. There should have been 3, but I kind of got the 3rd one last minute, so yeah. This is good against everything, in my personal opinion. Especially my deck, it's good against it too. It's a blowout. 3 Spear Modes. Oh, and I sided these in once. I never saw them. They're only good against a Goki matchup, I guess. That's pretty much about it. I don't know what else decks this is good against. You tell me. 2 bells. This, I would bump it to 3. I think in my giant card build that I was trying, I had 2 of these main and 1 on the side. And it really helped, especially against the BA matchup. BA and Goki matchup. So yeah. That's about it for the main and side. So the extra isn't really like spicy or anything like that. It's just typical Zoo stuff. So let's start with the ones. 1 Hammercon. It was just fodder to go into and, you know, just go to judge. I used it once or twice to get Tiger Mortar's effect on it, so during the end phase, you know, it doesn't detach because it's negated from Chalky 9, and then it protects me from targeting. 1 Boro. This is really clutch. This won me so many games, especially because you just attack directly with a whole bunch of damage, and then with the new time rules, it's just really crazy. If anything, I would play 2. 3 Chalky 9. This was really good too. This gets you into your link plays, especially Mrs. Radiant and stuff, and other link plays. Or it just leaves you with a Ramram on board, so you can do something next turn at least if they clear this. 3 Tiger Mortar. This was alright. I probably would put this down to 2, maybe. It's pretty good though. It helped me out with some OTK potential. Yeah, OTK. 1 Link Rebo, 1 Link Spire, 1 Cerberus Nightmare, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, 1 Miss Radiant, and 1 Warlord. I barely went into this. There's times where I wanted to go into it, I guess, but I didn't really need to because I was already in a winning position once you resolve those scapegoats. This, I went into it a lot. It helps you regain your, helps you recycle your zoo monsters. What else is there? Unicorn came in clutch a couple times. Phoenix, pretty good. Cerberus, pretty good. And these 2, of course, pretty good. And this, yeah. Questions and answers. What would I change? What would I change in the deck specifically, or what would I guess what would I improve? What would I improve to make the deck a little better, in my opinion? Well, the first thing I would do is I think I would cut 1 Ram, play 1 Bunny Blast, because Bunny Blast helps you against targeting spells, and that's kind of really what I needed in my feature match, especially because like I had like so many Widow Anchors and stuff to like just stop me from attacking for game every time if you read the feature. So this would have been really good, and it helps you bring back your zoo stuff like your barrage and stuff from graveyard. So yeah, 3, maybe 3, there can only be 1. This would be really good. In my opinion, I was originally running these in the side deck, but then I don't know why I decided to take them out. But this is really good against Goki and stuff because it puts them in a situation where they have to sit on 1 Goki. They can only sit on 1 Goki. They can't go spam, like at least with Rivalry. Rivalry, they can go spam, a whole bunch of Gokis. But this, they have to sit on only 1 Goki. Yeah, they can out it with Phoenix maybe if they don't use their normal summon, but like, you know, it's better than nothing sometimes. Like I said earlier, the 2 more deflectors, I would probably put these in. 1 Macrocosmos, this is really good too. I originally had this in too because it gets rid of it just banishes stuff, you know. You want to banish stuff. You don't really care in Zoo particularly if you want to banish like your stuff. You're already going to lose. You only need a couple monsters to play. Heavy Dusters for sure. I in my giant card build I was running these, and then I decided, obviously in the main event I didn't play these, so I should play these. These are a lot better in my opinion going first. I really did need these at some point tournament. The 3rd Emily, of course. I told you I got it late. I was playing 3 in my giant card builds, But in the main event, yeah, I didn't have access to it at the time, so I felt like 3 would have been really helpful. Under Geki, this is just your board clearance, because this deck has a sort of a hard time clearing big boards, but you know, it's alright. I would probably play 3 of these. These are really, really good too. Because you can set up a board and then you can enter the battle phase, and I think the way it works is like you can just activate this right away at the start of the battle phase, and they can't respond to it because it says clearly on the card that let's see if we can get it. This effect cannot be responded to with blah blah activations. Okay, so yeah, they can't respond to it, and then you have your leeway to just swing at them with everything without having to worry about any back row. This is really good against those kind of back row decks, because people don't shotgun stuff sometimes, and they wait until you enter the battle phase. See, like those Monarch players, my bad, not Monarch player, True Draco players, they wait for you to so you can flip out like their skill drain or something, or like unless you activate something like an effect. So this one guy, he waited for me in the battle phase, and then he activated Widow Anchor, so my Zoo monster died, obviously. So like that's an example. Second Borgul, maybe I'd run that, you know, just want some push some damage. I don't know where I'd find the space for it. And the third combo, you know, and another card I don't think I have here, I would probably run would be the Gozen Match. Gozen Match seems like a good card. It really helps, especially against, well, Goki. Goki might not be a deck after all of this, because everything's gonna get hit eventually, so we hope. That was pretty good my weekend. Most of my matchups, most of my wins were, if I say about 80% to 90% of my wins were against Sky Striker or Trickster, because like I'm not saying the deck is easy to beat, but like it just seemed like it was seemed like a little bit, I guess easy, yeah. So yeah, and that was my weekend. I had a lot of fun. Sadly, my fun came to an end in round 9 when I was on the bubble and I lost my feature match. If I had made it, yeah, I would have gone a little farther. So if there's anything else, you guys can always post on Sam's video, and yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.